You clicked on this video to find out which role is better in Murder Mystery 2, Murderer or Sheriff. Now they are both roles that are better than being innocent. But you may ask, which one is better? Today, I will discuss the pros and cons of both roles. First, let's start off with Murderer. The point of being Murderer is to find and kill all innocents and the Sheriff. If you are shot by the Sheriff, the round ends. Unlike being Sheriff, there is a percentage chance of being Murderer shown on your screen during a round. One of Murderer's pros are powers, which you can use to your advantage when you're Murderer. Some useful powers are X-ray, haste, sprint, and trap. Another pro is that there is no reloading wait time, meaning you don't have to wait until you can kill people, like Sheriff. You can also throw your knife, which is good for close distance maps. Now let's talk about the cons of being Murderer. When you are Murderer, you must kill the whole server. Now, this may be annoying because of glitchers, hiders, and possibly exploiters. You might also be shamed for using hated perks like Ghost, Ninja, or even traps. Lastly, if you are newer to Murder Mystery 2, you might camp the gun when the Sheriff dies. And people may blow up the chat saying that you are a camper and harass you for it. Now that's enough for talking about being Murderer. Let's talk about being Sheriff. The point of being Sheriff is to find and shoot the murderer with their gun. If the murderer is shot, the round ends. Let's talk about the pros of being Sheriff. Being Sheriff is unique because certain guns like Ginger Scope, Ice Piercer, and Harvester have a special gunshot sound effect. It is one of my favorite qualities about being Sheriff. Next, it is easier being Sheriff on certain maps. For example, Factory, Mill Base, and Biolab are best for being Sheriff. Take it from a level 1000 player. Next, being Sheriff is easier for trick shots. If you're into getting clips, then Sheriff is your best bet. Lastly, Sheriff is better because it is hit scan, meaning it is instant projectile. However, there are also cons to being Sheriff. You might accidentally shoot someone wrong, and they might get mad at you. Next, if it is a small map, you may be more crowded, meaning you could have a better chance of running into the murderer. Lastly, the murderer may have a perk like Ghost, Haste, or X-ray that gives the murderer an advantage for eliminating you faster. Comparing the two roles, pros and cons, I think that Murderer takes the dub on this one. I also think it is more fun to be Murdered than Sheriff. Overall, both roles are good and a lot better than Innocent in the end. But this tends to be a controversial topic discussed among the MM2 community. Let me know in the comments, are you Team Sheriff or Team Murderer? Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.